10 seconds. That's how long you have when your manager turns to you and says, "What do you think?" 10 seconds before the silence becomes awkward. That panic feeling, every non native professional knows it. After today, you'll spend those 10 seconds thinking, not panicking. Alex is in a team meeting. The manager, Jordan, is leading a discussion about a new marketing strategy. Without warning, Jordan turns to Alex.
Alex, you've been working on the analytics side. What's your take on this approach?
Oh, um, I mean, it's. I think it could work. I haven't really thought about it too much. Sorry, I'm not sure I have a strong opinion right now.
Okay. Anyone else?
Jordan moves on. Alex disappears into the background. That one moment, 10 seconds, left Jordan thinking, Alex isn't engaged. Alex isn't ready. Alex is in a one on one with Jordan. Jordan asks an unexpected question.
So, Alex, if you were running this project, what would you do differently?
Hmm, I mean, there are a lot of things we could do differently. I guess maybe the communication or maybe the timeline. I'm not really sure, to be honest. No concrete view, no direction, just a list of maybes. It felt safe, but Jordan noticed and filed it away. Two situations, same problem, being put on the spot, and the same two mistakes. Mistake one, you apologize before you even try. Sorry, I'm not sure I have a strong opinion right now. That apology does more damage than the blank mind. It tells your manager, I wasn't paying attention. I'm not prepared. Don't count on me. Mistake two, you give a vague non answer. Maybe the communication or maybe the timeline. I'm not really sure, to be honest. No concrete view, no direction, just a list of maybes. Managers promote people who have views, not people who list possibilities and commit to none of them. The real problem isn't that you don't have an answer. The real problem is you don't have a formula for buying yourself time while still looking confident. That's exactly what we're going to fix. Same situations. This time, Alex has the formula.
Alex, you've been working on the analytics side. What's your take on this approach?
That's a good question. Give me just a moment to think about it from the data angle. Based on what I've seen in the analytics, I think the approach could work. But there's a key risk I'd want to flag:
What risk?
the conversion rate assumption. If that's off by even 10%, the projections change significantly.
That's a really useful point. Can you pull that data together for next week?
Absolutely, I'll have it ready by Thursday. Alex didn't have a perfect answer ready, but Alex had a formula, and that was enough.
So, Alex, if you were running this project, what would you do differently?
If I'm being honest, let me take a moment to answer this properly. The one thing I would change is the feedback loop between the teams. Right now, it's too slow, and I think that's where we're losing the most time.
Interesting. How would you fix that?
I'd start with a weekly sync between design and engineering, just 30 minutes, to catch issues before they become blockers.
I like that. Let's try it.
Let's break down what Alex did differently. Phrase 1. That's a good question. Give me just a moment to think about it. This is your most important tool when you're put on the spot. It buys you time without looking unprepared, and it signals engagement. You're thinking, not panicking. Thinking before you speak is professional, not weak. Other versions that work. Let me think about that for a second. That's something I want to answer properly. Give me a moment. The key: take the time. Don't fill silence with and sorry. Silence with purpose is confidence. Phrase 2: based on what I've seen, slash, from what I know, slash, in my experience. This is your anchor phrase. It connects your answer to something concrete: your data, your observation, your experience. It tells your manager, my opinion isn't random, it's grounded. Compare. I think it could work. Sounds uncertain, ends like a question. Based on what I've seen, I think it could work, but there's a key risk. Sounds like an analyst. Phrase 3: if I'm being honest, powerful in one on one situations. It signals, I'm going to give you my real opinion, not just the safe answer. Managers respect this. It shows intellectual honesty, one of the most valued traits in North American workplace culture. Always follow it with a constructive observation, not a vague escape. If I'm being honest, I think the timeline is too aggressive, and here's why. Good. If I'm being honest, I don't really have a strong opinion on this. Defeats the purpose. If nothing real follows, the phrase backfires. Phrase 4: I'd start with, when your manager asks what you would do, don't answer with a vague concept. Answer with a concrete first step. I would improve communication. Too vague. I'd start with a weekly 30-minute sync between design and engineering. Specific, actionable, memorable. Concrete answers make you sound like a leader. Vague answers make you sound like you're still figuring it out. 3 situations. Think about what you would say. Situation 1: your manager asks in a meeting, what do you think is the biggest risk with this plan? Don't say, I'm not sure, maybe everything. Try this. Give me 1 second to think about this properly. Based on what I know about the timeline, I'd say the biggest risk is the dependency on the external vendor. If they're late, everything moves. Situation 2: your manager asks in a one on one, how do you think you're doing this quarter? Don't say, I think I'm doing okay. I mean, I hope so. Try this. If I'm being honest, let me take a moment to answer this properly. I think I've done well on the delivery side, but I want to be more proactive in sharing updates. That's something I'm actively working on. Situation 3: your manager asks, what would you prioritize if you had to cut one thing from the project? Don't say, I don't know, it's hard to say. Try this. That's a good question. Give me a moment. Based on what I've seen, I'd start by looking at what's creating the most complexity with the least return. I'd probably cut the third phase of testing and replace it with a targeted review. Notice the pattern. Buy time without apologizing. Anchor your answer to something concrete. Give a specific first step, not a vague concept. Here are the 4 phrases from today. That's a good question. Give me just a moment to think about it. To buy time confidently. Based on what I've seen slash from what I know. To anchor your answer. If I'm being honest. To share a genuine view in one-on-ones. I'd start with to give a concrete, memorable answer. Think of it this way: buy time, anchor, be honest, be specific. That's the formula. Here's the key takeaway from today: being put on the spot isn't a test of whether you have the perfect answer, it's a test of whether you can think under pressure and communicate clearly. You don't need to know everything, you need to know how to respond. This week, try phrase one. Next time someone asks you an unexpected question, say, "That's a good question. Give me just a moment to think about it." Then think. Then answer. Watch how differently people respond to you. Have you ever been put on the spot and didn't know what to say? Tell me in the comments. This wraps up our 4-part meeting series. You've made it through 4 episodes on workplace meetings. That's not nothing. Keep going. Next week, small talk at work. How to start a conversation with a colleague when you have absolutely nothing to say. See you then.